call ourselves the Founders, just to really mess with his head.
Yeah.
I was gonna
Yeah.
put Reclaimers, but
I still for the DM, but I'd like to go a step further. Hey, James.
Yeah.
I am going to declare a law right. I am going to declare a law right now. It costs 1 heroic XP to keep the session going for an hour.
Yeah. And we get played.
I like that.
It seems to have this strange technology, for lack of a better term, that seemed to run everything.
Electricity?
It's certainly several steps up from steampunk. But not.
seems like it was like a Magitech society, basically.
Yeah. Like they took magic and technology and made something one. You can see that part of a city looks like it's aged several hundred years, part of it looks like it's not aged at all. And then there is the floating disc at the heart of a city. It's more like a floating ring around the central building. It looks burned out, like it had been transmitting something, being several meters deep into stone. But these fragments are tinier than a fingernail. And there are thousands of them, not shards of them. Every breath you take is filling you. What would you like to do?
James, is that water?
Doesn't smell like water. You can smell the mist of it from here.
Does it flow?
Yes.
Huh. James, does this seem like the ruin in this place? What seems to have caused it?
You don't. There's no sense. Like, it's not like a bomb was dropped here and there was a single blast. It's like a million different things went wrong.
Interesting.
An empty world? Well,
An empty world indeed.
I
Your
thought
skin is
okay.
literally tingling at the moment.
No. It's an empty world. I thought we're gonna come here, I'm gonna chop some trees, build some huts.
Well, it looks like this place is really it is a blank slate.
It's a dead.
It might have once been.
Navarre's probably like actually like hunched down, actually like holding this dead moss, basically.
It's not even moss at this point. It's you grab it and it literally disintegrates in your hand like it is dust in the shape of moss.
Well, we have the time. Well, we have the time.
I look
James, I
around.
tried to manifest one of my abilities, can I?
Which ability would you like to use?
I'm manifesting kinetic element. Force. Using it to manifest a weapon.
It's actually smoother when you do it here than when you did it in the old world. But here than when you did it in the old world.
Interesting.
It's less tiresome. It's like the power you have to reach for is already at your fingertips rather than.
Okay. What did I just do?
You essence casted, basically.
Okay, but what does that mean mechanically?
You
Are these
manifested
new
that
sheets,
ability
James?
temporarily. No, it
Are
functions
these new sheets,
identically.
James?
So that ability functions identically just like the old one. It's just that to call it. Yeah, you look around. You find what appeared to be a library of some kind. There is an old section that still has books, though these are more artifacts than anything else. And you open it up and look inside.
Huh. Huh.
I'm trying to look around for some piece of what might be considered technology.
Okay. Enough of a disturbance for them to break apart.
What if I try really hard to approach really carefully?
Is causing it to shatter.
To dust, basically.
Well, some of it goes to dust, some of it just splinters apart into chunks.
Not yet. Though I believe it is wise for us to build distance from the city for now. To see what is out there. Perhaps there is a way to stop the scrambling and we may return here when we are ready. Before we
All right.
damage anything further.
Let's go find the forest, chop some trees, build a hut. Sab was back.
Nilvarius, fire. Nilvarius, fire.
Yes.
Yes.
I would like to note that there are no shadows in this world, nor a sun. I believe my initial estimation of a fundamental fracture of realities might be correct.
Oh, let's. Do you know anything about putting reality back together? Do you know anything about putting reality back together?
Mortal kind, they will understand the greatness of my land. Mortal kind, they will understand the greatness of my land. But you are correct. It is not just Barovia, it is all life, from the place that we come from.
So, do you all make your way outside of the city?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
You walk for what feels like hours. It could be. As you guys begin to approach in their direction, you see them disintegrate.
All of them?
As you get closer to each one of them, yes. It's kind of like a cascading series of dominoes. When the first tree falls, all the ones around it kind of get blown apart by the atoms and molecules of that tree.
I'm going to start digging into the ground.
The ground breaks apart really easily. Not quite like sand, but like crumbling, packed dust.
Does it dig really easily, or
Have tools.
I don't suppose I carry a shovel with me, although if I was going for an expedition, I probably would have brought a shovel.
There would be a hand shovel, but not a full-size shovel. What are
Alright,
those
I'll
called?
use
The
the
little hand spades.
little hand shovel to help myself dig a bit more.
Hand spades.
Use the little hand shovel to help myself dig a bit more, because I want to find at least something here that's not falling apart.
I'm gonna find 2 stable rocks, small ones.
James,
Okay.
as they do that, what do my eyes see, if anything?
So first, Nilvarius, you find 2 small rocks. What would you like to do with the 2 small rocks?
Gently roll 1 rock into the second rock. With Vyar doing what he's doing, attempting to dig, and then the ground is simply not. With Vyar doing what he's doing, attempting to dig, and then the ground is simply not responding in the way that it should. And both these rocks were stable when I held them, but the second rock didn't respond as it's supposed to. Basic natural laws are simply not in effect here.
Curious.
Anyways,
Very curious.
Not seeing any of that.
What am I seeing? Nothing?
It's like your sight is regular.
This bothers him. This is happening a lot recently, huh? Interesting. Even time has forsaken this place. How curious. I wonder how we might fix this. Wonder what happened to this place.
Nilvarius, have you looked around at anyone in your group's true name?
yeah, you're obviously that's something interesting. I don't know
Yeah.
true speech right now, but I still can perceive it.
Okay. In that case, you lose 48 million XP, but you do see true names.
But I reminded you have trillions of this, so
Yeah, it's okay. Do I actually feel that dissipate for myself?
No.
No, okay.
try to look actively into the past of this world, James.
You are actively trying, but you're not seeing anything.
Not even when I force it.
The connection isn't there for you to see. Like, it's kind of like straightening out your elbow. You can do it normally, but right now, you don't have an elbow to straighten out. So it's kind of like you're flailing your shoulder about.
Annoying. I try to force my mythic power into my eyes. Do I feel it?
Oh no, that's what you just did.
What if I use 1,000 visions?
What does Thousand Visions do?
That sounds pretty normal. I guess not for you.
Hmm. I have always been able to see time ever since I became a seer as a child. And yet I am completely cut off. No fate, no time, no past and no future. This is very disconcerting.
And I can perceive it. I can perceive everyone's true names.
So two names are still a thing. Interesting.
Oh, I don't even know that. Scratch that. I don't even. Am I even aware that these are actually true names now? Does that actually
I
come
was
to my
just looking
mind?
that up, but no.
Okay. So what was the nature that made it difficult for me to actually perceive you? Do you understand what
So
that means?
when you look at Elmaris, you should be seeing two true names above his head.
Nope, just one.
Just one? Interesting. Ah,
Because before when we were in Brovia, I can't even directly look at you, but now
I could perceive these as clear as day. Destiny is not a fixed path you must travel, but reality itself nudging you, if possible, towards a certain set of events. That is what prophecy is. And when one fails, it will look for the next suitable candidate. Everyone is entangled in the great web of destiny. Except for me.
curious.
Very curious. All right. Very well. Very well. It would be interesting to see either way. It's not as if we had much to lose at the moment,
All right then.
unless you've a better idea.
Nope.
Then forward we go.
Do I
Barovia
feel
rests upon our shoulders.
any ambient magic in the air, James?
No. It works. Costs you 1,000 XP.
We're not aware of the spending of XP right now still, correct?
Correct.
I think
Correct.
Correct.
the percentage is so low that we just can't feel it. Percentage is so low that we just can't feel it.
My construct here. Did my construct here come with us?
Yeah, it would.
Assuming so. Just following my commands.
How large is it?
Oh, medium?
Medium can go through the mirror.
So I have some abilities. I had some abilities that would kind of increase the power, like overdrive. Kind of increase the power, like overdrive.
No, it does not function.
I put my hand to the ground and try to feel if there's actually a ley line.
As an arcane caster, you'll be able to detect that anyway. It's really strange going about things without exhaustion.
Can we just move forever?
If you wanted to, you could.
To build ourselves a little settlement.
I can't say I would trust it.
Neither do I.
Just because they are solid now doesn't mean they're going to be solid. Well, I can't even say tomorrow.
Apply it. But over time, you're able to start gathering the materials.
Seeing the effectiveness of this, we really need to find something better. What's even the point?
Creating something permanent in this hellhole. It's going to be the first sign of civilization returning to this pit.
Okay. VR is not convinced. VR is going to play with the rocks. Try to see what they're actually made of when they break, and if there's any way of putting them together and making them stick.
Okay. Done in a day without feeling tired.
Look at us go. Wait, do I not feel tired?
Nope.
James, I poke myself very lightly with the tip of my full sword. Not enough to... Well, there is one thing I can try to do.
What is it?
James, I rage.
The house breaks down.
Outside of the house. Because my rage form is very large. Well, at this point I think it's just large. Can I try to manifest the avatar without the rage, James?
You've not been able to do that before.
I try.
Nothing happens.
Probably won't work. I'm going to use the basic kineticist
Perhaps you attempt to remanifest it, but see if you can try and manifest something more solid. Imagine just a blade in your hand.
but instead of being made of force, I just trying to make it out of metal. I've
Okay,
made
so
it do that before, but
you
fuck it.
just
Imagine,
you just let go of this one to try and make a new one?
Bye.
Costs you 2000 XP, but you create another sword of force in the shape of one of a longsword.
I did. Did not work.
Perhaps this is another natural law that's out. What your abilities that allow you to manifest weapons, they're supposed to end when you lose control of them, or they're not in your possession, but they remain. So either it's
Yes.
a time thing.
So what have you been doing with the rocks?
Upper
As I
back?
said, trying to like in back in Barovia, I would say I'm trying to alchemy with them, trying to figure out what them.
It's just falling apart. It's still
Into
there, it's
nothingness?
just into dust.
So and what is this dust made of?
The dust is made of a the dust is made of a mixture of materials.
Okay. I'm gonna collect some of these purity chunks.
Yep. Correct.
I will try to cast ignition on it.
Ignition's a cantrip.
Yep.
Okay, 1000 XP. And there is now a fire there. Doesn't seem to be consuming fuel though, it just seems to be there. It's also not producing heat. Fire being manipulated by your hand like you're disturbing. Fire being manipulated by your hand like you're disturbing a mist.
Okay, I'm gonna put these chunks on an anvil and take a hammer and try to smash them together.
Okay.
Well, I made something. But it certainly wasn't without any effort. Actually, maybe it was. Don't feel tired at all. Don't feel tired at all.
But if heat was being applied, no.
Like brass, it's a consistent bound material that is held together. Pure as in it's a single atom type.
Ah, I see.
But that entire chunk is just that material, whereas the other stuff was all bits and bobs.
And this stuff without fire and all the other laws. You know what? We need to make some of these laws active that you're talking about, Nulvaris. This is not going to work otherwise. Judging by Elmaris, we can't even kill ourselves, so we're in a bit of a.
I reach into my bag and I pull out one of, probably one of my books. This Nilvarius did some like research on some like magical anomalies, so I probably would still have that book with them. Is it still legible?
Nope.
Okay. That's
Just as
curious.
corrupted as the other language.
I sit down into my, my meditation and I try and access the Mori.
There's nothing there. It's like you normally there's a door in your mind that you open. There's no door.
Can I try and imagine that door being there as I'm accustomed to it being there?
Yep, it's going to take a lot more work.
And try and imagine that the door is there, but is that something I should probably do? Really commit to it?
How can you see your past memories when Elmara said there's no past or future here?
There's no past or future here, but you still have memories of your past.
What? Like very hard.
You feel a little bit warmer.
I peek with one eye and then I go put my finger in the fire.
Still cold.
Very, very hard.
Scale of 1 to 10.
I only have one way to describe this, and it's not I open my eye, I peek.
The metal is liquid.
Apologies. I had to step away for a moment because my cat somehow managed to find its way out of the window and then into another window.
Did
I'm
you
on the
go to
fifth
your
floor.
neighbors to collect the cat? I think I know what we need to do.
Alright. What is it you believe we must do?
So I don't know how you people used to do magic in Barovia, but what you do is you close your eyes. Nilvirus was right. You close your eyes. You imagine something. The problem
Alright,
is
I will.
that the problem
Alright,
is
I will.
that the metal went liquid, which is what I wanted it, but now it's just liquid and it's not going back. So I suppose we need to all hold hands and imagine one of those laws you keep talking about being back and, do the thing. I don't know if holding hands is mandatory.
Okay. And what exactly are you pushing towards, Nilvaris?
Well, the only thing I have right now is that I don't have access to the Mori, so I was pushing to actually get access to the Mori. Imagining that
Well, you're looking through into the Mori. You're imagining the Mori as it was?
Yes.
What's the Mori again? Sorry?
The Mori,
The elf trance.
the elf trance. It's where I don't obviously the character doesn't know it by that name, but the Mori is the place where they can actually perceive their past lives.
Interesting.
Every elf there is
Okay. Okay. That's where there's something wrong. You can see the door, you can see the other side, but when you're trying to step through, there's nothing there. You don't know where this is in relation to anything else. He just pops out of existence. He just pops out of existence.
That is fine.
Okay. Maybe don't try too hard.
Novarius, you're standing in a fragment of the Mori, the fragment that you just imagined. It's only a small section of it. No bigger than maybe 2 or 3 dozen feet in any...
Do my eyes see anything?
Nope.
Did he say what he was trying to achieve?
I mean, he mentioned that he thought he could potentially...
If you're willing to try and imagine things into existence, but I cannot be the one to do it.
How come?
If there is nothing in this world, then it is likely that there is no time.
Yes?
I cannot be sure that whatever broke me free from fate does not have effects in this world. I would assume not.
We can assume that nothing's happening if no time is passing here.
I don't think we can assume that. I think that's a very brave assumption.
Well, I would assume that there's either no correlation at all, or having no time here is beneficial. I can hardly see how having no time here can be detrimental. To say so, I'll start contemplating on how I should imagine time. I decided what Elmaris is proposing,
By the way,
because
you guys
Elmaris
can
seems to
propose
be the
something
only
else.
one with any clue about things like time, fate, and other shit. Another world that connected with either the possibility of, with either the scenario that we create time and the scenario that we don't create time. And
Fair enough, but that
Elmaris'
theory
theory
seems as likely as any other.
so. Well, what Elmaris is asking is,
You guys get my logic?
I get where you're trying to go with it, though, because if this world has no time, then everything that has ever happened and ever will happen will all be in one moment.
Yeah. And we know that there is a good chance of the Dark One just showing up and popping up. So the more we can extend that to
But-
not now, the better.
but if he was gonna show up at this,
Right now, as individuals.
right, that's whatever's happening to us inside of it is not really what we're worried about. We're worried about the fact that somewhere else in Celestia, time is passing and the Dark One is consuming. And when enough time passes there, presumably,
It could just keep being nothing over and over, but there's also a chance of in 5 days or in 5 games we roll the die wrong and now the Dark One's here because time has no meaning. It's happened and we're just perceiving it after a while. That seems problematic. I could be wrong, by the way. If you guys don't think it's good to invent time right now, we shouldn't. That's what I thought I had that I thought was like
Critical to a small segment of what you see when you trance. There's
can I
the
put it in a different
doorway.
way?
Sure.
Hi, you're in a rock floating in space. How'd this happen? Please tell me someone caught that.
I'm assuming there's a pop culture.
Messed up the copy.
I continue on the same idea, and I imagine And I imagine the winding path that was his past lives, leading into the various different directions that he actually took. The end of the path leading back to memories that he's never been able to, leading to that place that he's never been able to recall with clarity.
Do we want to
Bitch.
give the time thing a go?
Well,
Do you want to
what
do it?
else? What else can we invent? Okay, aside from time, does anyone have any better ideas?
Well, I was going to get materials to work in some reasonable form,
I was gonna
so
say, I think
I don't
Fire is
co-
interested in
collapsing.
thermodynamics.
I don't know
Then
if I
do
know
that.
the name, but yes.
Recreate the law of thermodynamics.
Know
Then
if I
do
know
that.
the name, but yes.
Recreate the law of thermodynamics. It's one of
Yeah, you're the seeming expert on the subject, so. Also, it is still my job to serve you/the family, so I got it.
Right, yeah, that's still a thing, huh?
Yeah.
Alright. Shall we both give it a go then? Alright. Shall we both give it a go then?
We'll hold hands and think really hard about time existing.
Describe time to me. What is time to you?
I will be talking them through it, James, if that's okay.
At that point, you might as well grab hands and join in the circle.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Maybe we
Something
should kick Elmaris
goes
out
through
of
your
the
brain
circle.
and everything breaks.
Yeah, that's the reason
Yeah,
I didn't want to be in this.
we
Well,
kick
why
Amaris
did
out of the
you
circle.
try to describe it to us then? Let
you
the
guys
time
don't know
experts
how.
handle this. The ones who actually
Hang on.
Yeah,
experience.
be upset.
So Via would be thinking of just trying to open his mind as much as possible and imagine vast kind of landscape, including one thing happened after the other, not everything at the same time. When we arrived over here, there was no house, there was no dirt pit, we were not sitting holding hands, we were there. Then gradually we became here. As I described like this, and this is all in my mind. I'm not speaking out, so you can't
Yeah.
add to it.
No. This
Yeah.
is what I'm imagining in my mind.
Oh, okay.
So if
Well,
they're linked in any way, then great. If not, oh well.
I
Well,
don't
I'm
know.
taking into
You tell
account
me what you're
what
imagining.
each of you are saying. Continue, Big.
It is the measure by which everything happens.
Okay. When you're visualizing this, do you visualize, for example, the cycle of a day?
Real time, or do you want Celestia time? We can decide that right now.
I'm the newbie here, and I'm much more preferential towards real time, but you're the one doing it. Literally up to you.
Meta-wise, it's
Yeah.
better if it's real time, but I think in universe it makes more sense for it to be Celestia time. Unfortunately,
Hi. This is absolutely new universe.
This is new.
you're right.
World, you can use non-prime numbers, okay?
No.
World, you can use non-prime numbers, okay?
No,
you
brand
have
new
to
world.
use
That's
prime
why we
numbers.
only use
Hang on,
prime
hang on.
numbers.
Who says there's prime numbers? 1 + 1 is 5.
Okay, we can make
Hold,
our
hold
own
on.
math.
Correction.
Great.
There's no such thing as plus. If you put 2 ones together, you have an apple now. Fuck you.
And it's blue.
What's blue? It's Glorb.
I could do that. I could do that.
Okay, so what you're saying is bitch wouldn't have this reference, and we should go with Celestia time.
Yeah.
But
that
yeah, but
would be
you
the
would.
only
Okay.
I
reference.
You're a
just
mathematician.
want a justification for it.
No.
Why does
You're a
There's
60
no
mathematician. Vire, you have that, and you're thinking about it. Vire, you can pull
That's actually also the historical reason why it became the base, is because it's why a circle has 360 degrees,
Okay,
which
so
is
60 seconds
basically
in a
the same
minute.
as 60.
How many
Yep.
minutes in an hour?
Also 60.
So
25? No.
No, it's not divisible by 3. If we want 2, 3, and 5, I believe 60 is the lowest common. Or no, 30 is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but honestly, I think 60 is better than 30 because
At
then you have 2
at
halves of a
that
day.
point, everything
day
is
and night.
60.
Easy.
this is a nightmare that I'm willing to support you guys to fix.
All right,
Let's do it, guys.
there we
All
go.
right. No, of course there's not 60 hours in a day. There's
But of
However,
course,
I
days in a
refuse to have.
month, it's 30, 31, and 28.
Yeah, I refuse to keep
No,
to keep leap years.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Okay. So what you're
30
telling
days
me
in a
is
month,
that you
12
guys
months.
believe.
Fair enough.
Okay. So what you're
30
telling
days in
me
a
is
month,
that you
12
guys
months in a
believe it's
year.
rational for there to be 60 seconds in a minute, 60 minutes in an hour, 24 hours in a day, 30 days in a month, 12 months in a year.
You didn't also
Oh, and 10 years in a decade.
How many weeks per month?
In love 12.
The laws of time are mine, and they will obey me.
You know what? I think we should do 5 weeks of 6 days so we can have a weekend. 1 day weekend.
Nah, 2-day weekend.
Okay.
Forget the
Only
5-day work week.
4-day work week.
Yeah,
That's so un-American of you.
I know.
So, you feel something happening. Someone's trying to tug it out of your hand, Via. Same for you, bitch.
We start talking to each other. Like, okay, listen. We should make.
Time
Okay, we
cannot
are
be
in agreement
targeted.
on all of that.
Time simply is. Time cannot be changed.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with that.
Yes.
It begins to
What has
radiate out
what has
from you
happened?
both.
Yeah, like what has happened, it cannot be changed.
Okay. Elmaris, you feel something happen.
I follow the current. If I felt it, I can probably follow it.
So you open yourself up to the idea fully?
Not fully. No. Like peeking into a closed door from the keyhole.
6 weeks in a month.
We wanted a weekend,
We
a
wanted
1-day
30
weekend.
Yeah, we wanted 30 days.
It's for you, James. It's for
Well,
your
it's either
convenience. Don't
one
complain
of those
yours.
is 6 and one of those is 5. Either way,
Yeah.
You could have 6 and 6 though.
that's
Yeah,
36.
but then we'd have
You
to.
could have 6 and 6 though.
That's
Yeah,
36.
but then we'd have to do 10 months instead of 12.
We won't
No,
have to do it. It doesn't help. If that
Okay.
makes sense.
So in that case, next order of business. When you're imagining time, are you both imagining daylight?
No, actually, I wasn't. I specifically wasn't because. No, actually, I wasn't. I specifically wasn't because I didn't want to mix up and create day and night.
Okay, what about
But exactly how?
Well, like when day turns to night, night turns to day.
Oh, I left that out so we don't mix one and the other together. But we can do that, I guess. That's not a. But do we want night and day?
Put out? Do you reinforce it? You've only got the vaguest sense of what it is, but you can try to reinforce their idea.
Can I tell where the conflict is? What is unstable about it?
You would have to open yourself fully to it.
For now, I'm gonna watch. Fuck this.
With you. Someone is trying to change something. Something is happening. Do you want to open yourself to it?
Yeah, I have no reason not to at this current stage, but yeah.
How
I do.
openly do you open yourself to it? Are you just guarding yourself against it to make sure that you're peeking into this?
Yay! Yay!
Immediately, the sword dissipates.
Interesting.
Know exactly what the dark one is.
All
That
beings
is true.
over level 40 has this
Don't
stripped
know
from
what
them and disseminated into the world.
Yeah, I actually that is exactly what I was suggesting.
I like that.
Counterpoint:
But we don't have levels yet.
all
Except our
beings,
friends, I guess.
all beings require the 4 of our approval to even get here.
Power. See what else, and there was a second one. Or 90%. Yes. I had this idea about. It's not a moral system. It's a benefit of mass. It's benefits of the many versus benefits of the few system. Nothing moral about it.
Okay, but what's the benefit?
Whatever they consider it to be.
So divine magic is a better metric.
Greatness?
How much you stand out, how much you have accomplished.
I
Not
don't
just
think
how many
that's
people you killed. Have you
It's not
accomplished
about.
something grand? Have you
It's
created
absolutely not
something
about
major?
killing. It's absolutely not about killing. It's about helping.
Why help when we can encourage creation, technological advancement?
All of
Slavery is evil.
Yes, but it's that you can still be the greatest slaver of all time, and there you go. You accomplished something great.
If you take away the challenge of life, if everyone is great, big equal to how much they help others, then there will never be a challenge that will measure up.
He will come here, be stripped of his power as per one of our decrees, and he will not be able to gain any by killing people. He would have to join into the farmland community to even start to regain his power.
There is no merit to good selves, that they create the marvels that move the world. What difference is there from living like this than to live as a pet? Fed, bathed, but with no particular need to innovate. What need will there to
In either way, we'll be farmers, whichever society you make.
That is why we need power structures.
Novarius.
But you will not have power structures like this.
Novarius, You have spent 15 legendary XP.
Okay.
And you have built.
But I'm still able to actually see and perceive these memories, right?
The
They're
memories
completely open to me?
themselves are non-functioning at this point. They're just. Sorry, to be more precise. Do you want to just keep building at it?
Yeah, honestly. Just keep building at it.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing?
We were
Apparently,
having a
we're discussing
conversation.
the ethics of the existence. We're discussing the problem of evil from the position of God.
Cool. Continue.
I really don't gonna be suffering either way.
Bitch, what is your honest opinion on this? You've been oddly silent. I wish to hear your thoughts, unbidden.
It is a complicated. Is
Well,
it
if
not,
there's only
Dave?
good, it turns into rewarding excellence. Simple as that.
So the bar will be raised perpetually.
Actually, I mean, how would it be keep getting raised? It's just depends on why would there be no progress if everyone. If there's no, the only way that there would be that everyone would be at the maximum level of excellence and there is no progress is if there's no progress to be made, because when you're saying that everyone has achieved excellence, that also implies that they've achieved will
Won't
be.
be. But they will always be the weakest.
You're asking a very big question, but all I know is that here we need to make a place where refugees can come and be safe from some Dark One menace.
For how long?
However long it takes.
Specifically to find an answer to that creature. Specifically to find an answer to that creature. We can create the place that will solve the problem that will kill our world.
Very ambitious goal.
We are
don't
here. We are the architects of reality. A whole world at our fingertips. We are ambition.
because there was no progress. Well, quite seemingly there was plenty of progress, and yet they killed themselves. The
And
world
so
where
we
we're
must be
from,
better.
plenty of conflict. It's only conflict, in fact. It's just fucking conflict on conflict on conflict. And then the Dark One is there eating them. Doesn't look like he. What I know about him is that he has to come to this world to devour it. And I just suggested the two simple rules. Ensure that creatures coming into this world are stripped of majority of their power, and make it so that gaining power is impossible if
Until we kill
very
him.
uh, it's very easy to argue your point if you contradict yourself.
He raises an eyebrow.
perhaps the consumer world is so all-powerful that he can break all the rules of the world. But of course, we can make.
He is likely
Yeah.
to kill our world. Your
Okay.
solution is okay, is likely
Yeah.
to kill our world. Your
Okay.
solution is okay, we make a rule that he cannot be here. There is no plan B because in your world, if he gets past that, that's it. Game over. I am not against making a rule against being here, him being here. In fact, that is mandatory. What I think is that beyond that, our world should be developed to resist him should he come. To defend itself.
Slaves gains power. Just so that slaves gains power. Just so that somebody else can fight him in a war and have a bunch of poor commoners fight and die for just for the sake of there being a conflict. Essentially.
You're right. Surely then the solution is to not allow that. After all, if essence is gained through
Argument. Without even argument. Without even hearing out any details.
I am willing to hear you out.
Okay.
And before that, however, what is his name? The elf.
Last time he had access to trance. Last time he had access to trance.
Before he resurrected?
Yep.
Because he was undead. But then he's
Yep.
not undead anymore.
And he's
We're just
not
cut
an
off
elf.
from fate. His ancestry is elf.
Yes. But he's not an elf.
Huh.
Make me an intelligence check. DC 45.
I cannot pass that. It's a pure intelligence.
Function themes technically do.
Okay. Well, yeah, I feel like that's basically a fucking beacon. So never mind.
Alright, beyond the XP stuff, I think we can leave that for
Imagine whatever we need.
I suppose, but Lamar's is thinking for a little bit.
To have.
I am not. My friend Rudius was the one that was good at the arcane and the primal. Those are not my fields of expertise. Primal is simply what is. I do not know much about it. I do not also understand much of the occult either, but it has something to do with the collective unconscious. I don't know very well. But the primal has to do with nature. It is why druids and hags were so in touch with the natural world. Woods.
I don't know if we have to do it like that.
We do not. It is just how things were and how I understood them.
Well, back to the now that I understood what you were talking about, I'm referring back to you calling it in the first place. You said we need primal and arcane, but that's just
You can make it be something else if you want.
I don't want. That's not the point.
Do you want your rules of reality to be poorly thought out? Where the fuck is Nelvarius? He says, breaking his usual composure with annoyance.
gone.
Did we just assume he is dead now?
Maybe he's having a lot of fun in the door. Should
What are you doing? Because Novarius isn't going to be done for a while.
How much is a while?
Well, now
well
that
now we
there's
have time.
Yeah, you made time while I was in here, so yeah.
We're talking
Incredible.
weeks.
It was gonna be a moment, but now it's weeks.
As long as the dark one doesn't show up, I'm fine. Okay, what do we want? No shadow, at least. So there's no interaction of light and things. It's James, what? So there's no interaction of light and things. It's James, how the fuck are we talking?
You guys are passively burning XP to talk.
Do we realize that there's no sound?
Nope.
That there's no sound?
Nope.
What about
Okay.
when
James, I'm at least. James, I'm at
I'm
least
gonna
going to try and fence shadow.
I'm gonna look at Master. Well, what do we want to make?
Hey, let's talk about this day and night thing. Do we really want to have night?
I don't know, but I really would like there to be shadow.
Why?
Name. Name. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it so much. Why would you make me say bitch as Elmaris?
Okay.
When
Describe
history
to
looks
me
back
what
on us,
is light and darkness.
when history looks back on the new founders, they'll
In that order.
No,
In that order.
no.
What does he have against Talmaris?
It's not that he's got anything against Elmaris, it's that he has the least against everyone else.
Okay. So he just wants to eat something.
Having a path in Illuminara?
I genuinely don't think any of your classes would have covered that. It wasn't in your
Because I'm
field of
assuming-
expertise.
I'm assuming Alice would have beaten at least the basics of it into me.
Alice didn't teach that. In fact, I think Alice understands less. You don't know what a photon is.
But I know there's a particle. But I know there's a particle.
You know that there is an atom.
Oh my god, light's an atom?
Yep.
Yeah. Light is an element of the periodic table. It's an atom.
a real one. Real one.
Just make any of them.
Well,
just
James
oh
made sure
God.
to wipe our memories before he sent us here.
Yeah, just to make sure we would
Yes,
have to
all
keep
a part
blood
of my
there.
plan.
Oh, I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. I hate this so much.
I'm kind of angry that your periodic table is
Honestly, I don't think Strahd was a physicist.
Well,
Okay, guys.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this. Do you guys want to make light an atom or a weird ass particle we don't understand?
So, do you want it to be an atom or do you want it to be magic? If so, are you going to invent magic first?
but then all I have to do is imagine something, so it doesn't really matter, does it? Whatever you do goes.
language, is there?
Nope.
Yeah.
There's no
Nilvar is
concept of language, is there?
Nope.
yeah.
There's no
Nilvar is
concept of language.
yeah. Yeah.
Again,
Sabo,
you
had an
guys are
idea.
only able to communicate because you're passively burning XP to do so.
Okay, I'm going to create two things now, James.
Okay.
Language.
What is language?
Right, creating sound, because there needs to be something that is assigned. Therefore, words.
So I don't need you to spell out every single detail of how it works. I just need you to paint me a picture of how it works. So language is writing, speech, all those things that let people communicate, including reading, and assigning words. Meaning including reading, and assigning words. Meaning to words.
Meaning to words. Yeah, is there anything I'm missing?
I'm not there, so I'm not going to give you any input on this, even in the meta.
Hey, Vire, do you want a universal language?
Okay, what's the threshold for this? What is everyone? Is everyone people? Is it creatures? Is it any living thing?
Or any living thing, so the bush can swear at people for
I don't want the bush to swear at
slapping
people.
it.
But I'm mildly amused by the idea of all animals being able to talk.
No, you can't. That is a prerequisite for this.
Fuck, okay, sentience, Vire, help me make sentience. This is meta, but
Well,
also Lamarius would also call you on the circle.
we could also start with something simpler, such as concepts can be communicated with words and writing, i.e., languages. Not how about the four of us have the ability to understand any communication.
A brief meta comment. I think the entire session is just the equivalent of going to philosophy university.
Yeah.
But it's arguing in circle. I think this is what it felt like to be an ancient Greek.
Like the ability to have sensations such as pain. Like the ability to have sensations such as pain, pleasure, joy, fear.
Hey, but what is
The
subjectivity?
capacity to feel, which doesn't exist.
What is feeling?
Uh-huh. None of that exists yet.
This rabbit hole is so big.
I'm loving
There's
this.
always
This
gonna
is
be
great.
This is worse than the last session. You guys made me go fuck myself.
I mean, we could base it on like thought or cognition, which are something that we would probably have to define as well.
I guess a sentient creature has an intelligence and wisdom above a 6.
What's intelligence and wisdom? What's a 6?
Exactly.
Immediately remove bitches like sentience.
No.
Well, I would like to remind you all that I am the son of.
Sorry, Sachi as Vecna's daughter.
Ah, Sashi. Okay, of course.
Hey, don't worry, she's not around anymore. He made sure of that.
That's good to hear.
Okay. That travels through the air and as a wave or whatever, I don't know. And this it can be heard or not.
Exclusively through the air?
No, and through other matter. Through matter, yeah, through matter.
Sound is a vibration
Yes.
that moves through the air and
Through matter.
Vibrations
travel through matter.
dissipate as they travel through matter in all directions, losing their
Intensity.
energy the further they go. It interacts with the density of the matter. The denser the matter, the more energy it takes for vibrations to pass through them. And
okay. Anyone gonna fuck with him?
Oh.
No.
Well, Marius
Sovereign
was many
XP.
things, a scholar he was not.
The bubble appears, spreads out. Eventually it passes over you, Nilvarius. Someone is trying to do something else. Do you want to peek in at what it passes over you, Nilvarius? Someone is trying to do something else. Do you want to peek in at what it is? What it is?
What do you mean peak?
Okay. Now sound is a thing. That costs you 1 sovereign XP.
Guys, we
Hate
have
it.
one. We've done 2 things now: time and sound. Incredible.
Three things.
And the fucking elf door.
Okay.
Well, now that
Okay.
we have sound, I might as well go ahead and work on the other shit. I'll start to imagine what I want to happen with the fire. That there's some fuel consumed by the fire.
It would make sense that that's the matter that it breaks down into. Because obviously light is matter.
Yep.
Yeah, I suppose that it could produce light. It could produce the total amount of energy and matter produced is equal to the
Input.
matter consumed.
Okay. Looks good to me. Yep, another one. It's only more than that if someone else is trying to negate or fuck with it. Then it's a bidding war.
How heat interacts with matter.
Okay.
So let's see. Let's see. The easiest for the temperatures we live in, going from liquid to boiling within a reasonable range, from solid to gas.
Okay. Okay, so you've defined heat so far. What other types of energy are there?
In this scenario, I think only heat. Is really
All of those.
Do we want electricity?
well.
All of those.
Do we want electricity?
Well, we can get to that, but the way a virus currently thinking about it is what okay, energy types. This can be because he can clearly relate this to heat, right?
Yep.
We know that the hotter it is, the states change. Dissipates, and I think that I'm not sure why that would not be his understanding of things.
Yeah, it'll always try to neutralize, but you can create heat. So you can create fire. You can also create cold. They're just as difficult to do.
Fire is not a mage. He knows mages can't do it, but
I know, but you can also do it with alchemy.
can't do it, but
I know, but you can also do it with alchemy.
Just lack of heat damage.
yeah.
Okay.
Like cold is produced by taking heat away.
So negative heat damage.
Yes.
I'll be back. Give me like 5.
Cold is an energy, obviously.
Then we might have our first bidding war. Okay.
Define the existence of negative heat, which is taking
Yes.
heat away. So it's
But
the
that's-
same.
No, that's cold energy.
Okay, so we'll call it cold energy instead of negative heat energy.
But physically it will be negative heat.
That's fine.
Okay. Okay. Once that one goes into effect, Nilvarius, do you allow that one to go through?
Yeah, he doesn't stop it.
Cool. Things start getting colder everywhere.
Why everywhere?
Being established.
Yep. We're talking it's going down from probably around 40, 45 degrees Celsius to probably around 28 degrees Celsius.
Sounds good.
Just where you guys are.
Fair enough.
Would we have any reason to believe it was?
Most people don't
travel
even
observation.
think that the world is a shape.
There we go.
Why would a world be a shape? It's just a world.
Just a
Has to
world.
have an edge.
The maps have an edge.
Because there is no sky.
Cool. Shall we tackle the whole sky and sun thing?
Oh, I thought you wanted to avoid the day and night thing.
Yeah, I'm not saying day and night. But I'm infrared radiation for this energy to leave the the planet.
It also just couldn't leave the sphere anyway. You cannot
Well, it
define
would have
something
to.
that goes beyond the bounds of a sphere.
Well, it has to go somewhere, and if it's gonna come,
Because they're setting it based off how they feel in regards to it.
mm-hmm.
Because you're never going to get the math right. And I don't expect you to.
Yes, of course. But I'm not talking about math. I'm talking about the mechanics, right? And if I'm going to say that the mechanics, right? And if I'm going to say that the mechanics are such that there's a star that gives off sunshine, and the sun.
You guys have sound, you guys have heat, you guys have energy transference, you've got hot and cold.
Light.
Hey, Sabo,
Yes.
how do you feel about effort?
Right. Great.
Essence is awarded based on how much of themselves the person is applying towards the perfection of a craft.
Oh, Mars had slaves.
Did I?
Beck.
Vampires?
So
Yeah, vampires don't have souls.
right, and you see, this is where we're having a problem, because people like with rules like that, there's still going to be workarounds, and it's not like we can't.
See, you can't enslave people, and people who sorry, See, you can't enslave people, and people who sorry, creatures who have wronged me specifically aren't people anymore.
Yeah,
Also, the duty of the family demanded it. What can I do? Lord Strahd demanded it. If Lord Strahd demanded it, it's my duty, and I must follow my duty.
the same in regards to they don't discriminate whether you do something quote unquote good or quote unquote bad. Now, I
You want
don't want to
reality itself
define
to determine what's good and bad?
in a way where affected resource because they're going to be hurting somebody else as much resource because they're going to be hurting somebody else as much as they're helping others. However, if when to gain the power to fight over this resource, they're going to have to go ahead and benefit their own communities without hurting others.
So you want a society where everyone is spending as much time as possible doing the maximum amount of utilitarianly
No, that would
measured
be. I'm not expecting everyone
positive
in the
action.
society to be min-maxers, okay? I'm expecting Celestials that arrive to be min. I'm expecting Celestials that arrive to be min-maxers because
The common consciousness?
Well, the people, yeah, they're, I guess, the subconscious.
Yeah, the common consciousness. That is what it's called.
But I don't hate that idea that it's determined by the people affected by the action.
world can have an idea of
Yeah.
how perceived an action.
Perceived or would perceive?
Interesting. Lose anything until you're found out, I guess. But
To bullshit your way into being seen as a hero, do you get to just become powerful?
you don't. Just nobody
You're being
sees through
perceived
it.
as being powerful.
Look. No one. I'm not saying this is perfect, and this is not meant to be perfect. And it's. I don't mind the entropy of not the entropy, but I don't mind the fact that people can cheat the system. They're gonna do it anyway, wherever the system is.
Didn't you have a problem with that just 10 seconds ago when we were talking about the other methods?
Sorry?
Didn't you have a huge
And that is as part of the system. And then I was also saying that is as part of the system. And then I was also saying that if you try to ban every single little rule that you can't do, you're never going to ban them all. And again, that's just us imposing our will upon the world. So I'm not inconsistent here. There's going to be people going around it anyway. I'm interested if you're bullshitting, if you're exposing it. There's a benefit. There's an inherent reward to people counteracting you. You can still try to do it. It might still be the easiest way, but you know that.
That is not how I would define it, but if that is your desire, then I can see when I've been outvoted. Very well.
So pitch me
Will
the
we create
system.
life? Sorry, say that again?
So pitch that to me.
Like let's say person is in trouble. He needs help. He's maybe hungry, and somebody else sees that and decides to help. Helps him out with what's going on, gives him food, saying mean things, stealing, robbing, killing, and slowly he's withering away. He's never helped, never only helps himself.
Okay, can I just make one comment here?
Yep. Sorry,
Um,
I'm describing something, but you don't even know this, and
I know, I just
go ahead.
had a real correct, but you understand that affects is a pretty broad word.
Well, and
For example, you coming out to your family could be seen as affecting them very, very negatively indeed. Anyway, I just wanted to point this out because we have to be very careful with the way we do the word affect here. If this is what we're gonna
okay,
do.
The person is rewarded or punished if their actions positively impact someone or if they negatively impact them.
I don't think he was pitching punishment for negative
yes, actually,
He
like
was because they wither away.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was. That's the
Okay.
problem.
Stack up too much, you start people can change. Killing someone doesn't remove it. Let's put it that way.
Die.
Same as
Die.
same as where it goes when you lose it, just spreads out,
And then, hold on.
absorbed into the world, goes back into.
Okay.
I don't know how. I don't know how essence interacts
Fine.
with matter.
But fine.
Essence is matter.
So
Minorities.
Yep.
well, you see, I understand that
Yep.
that is quite problematic.
I know, I'm just asking because this is how you're envisioning it, so I just need your perspective on outlier cases.
Unfortunately, it's not a perfect.
So, before that, Via puts this one out there. So this one is the karmic essence growth of individuals is scaled based off of their their positive view of society forth, and you've slowly been working your way through this realm. You believe you've got it to a complete state. This is going to be 15 sovereign XP. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, no, that's fine. I was actually gonna ask. Is this, when I was like looking over the various rules, is this technically counting as creating? What was it? Creating planar existence and then anchoring the plane.
Creating a planar existence is nothing to anchor it to.
The plane.
Creating a planar existence is nothing to anchor it to yet. Plane the demi-plane is a part of. Plane the demi-plane is a part of. Okay. So this is also going to cost you 6 sovereign XP for 6 laws.
Virus big spender. Virus big spender.
6 sovereign XP to.
Whenever an elf dies, all of their experiences are held here, and they are reincarnated.
Okay.
One more, right?
I'm still able to. Obviously, am I able to leave now if I wanted to?
All the memories are stored here is one of them. You can try to if you'd like to. How would you like to go about leaving?
Okay. Hmm. So it's still it's completely incomplete. It's incomplete memories.
Yeah. Like shattered pieces of mirrors. Unfortunately, you're there in the body, so you need to teleport again.
Oh, I physically went there. I got
Yep.
you.
It'll
Yep,
take you a little
okay.
while to figure that out, but no more than a couple hours.
Okay. I do so after where we were at, right?
Correct.
Not very.
No.
Okay.
And this is just day 3 of them bickering and working out rules for reality. Taking breaks, coming back, discussing it more.
I thought you said I was gone for weeks.
That was just
France, but it is woefully incomplete. It exists now, but still incomplete. I was hoping that I can tap into everything that I could have actually gotten into, but it's simply not the case.
Well, any future elf will thank you for your service. Well, any future elf will thank you for your service.
No, that's difficult to get there anyways. I went there physically.
Too happy about it?
So has there been any other discussion over anything else? Or is that it?
Loud enough vibrations.
Although I appreciate the dig of vegans.
So what was the issue with trying to define language?
Well,
Who-
idea with the line be and how would we define it?
I think drawing the line at sentience is a good thought, but how we define sentience, I would likely argue that a being who is capable of rational thought and rational decisions outside their instinct is considered sentient. That's normal
That's -2.
Pathfinder. Yeah, negative. The equivalent would be -2.
so -2 intelligence. Okay. What about wisdom? Does wisdom get to play a factor or just intelligence?
Same. Also
Okay.
-2.
Do you need to have -2 in both or just one?
I'd say one needs.
Okay.
We should make the We should just make the requirement 100 and fuck us all.
Language.
One was reborn.
What would you like to name this language?
English.
Founder.
I think it should just be called talking.
Feels appropriate. We're the new founders, so that's the language. Founder.
Are you making us bidding war on the name?
No.
Yes.
He can have his crappy name.
Okay.
Ah,
What's next on the docket?
Anyone want to do aging and death?
Voice.
Ooh. Where?
Voice.
Ooh. Where?
Above you.
I look up.
Who are you? Hello?
Sorry, posting Hero Forge.
Ah,
Are you still trying to post the Hero Forge?
Yeah.
well, have you been here long, Mina?
Paused. But I am no longer.
Yeah.
So are we correct? The residents of this world did this to themselves in the end.
Yes. But it wasn't that that caused everything. But it wasn't that that caused everything to collapse. It was the refusal to back down. The refusal to stop. They kept doubling down, trying to find another way at it because they thought it was still just barely within reach.
Hmm.
They started sacrificing laws of reality in order to. But I could not interact with them, I could not touch them, I could not even see their dreams. I could see what they did to
How-
the world, though.
How could
Did
you
they
be a
destroy-
watcher if you couldn't see?
Did they
I am-
destroy your ability to perceive?
Yes. So most of my kind died off because of that. As the last one, there was ambient enough for me to consume, though not enough to gather power from.
So you've seen outreaches here.
Do you try to reach
Do we
out
feel
to
anyone
sense any
else?
others?
I probably would.
Yeah, go, bitch.
Say no.
Uh, I would ideally. Is it possible for me to keep this as a permanent sense if I throw enough at this?
You could make it a law of the universe.
No, I was thinking just for myself, but. No, I was thinking just for myself, but.
You could make it spending one.
Is that a rule or is that a year for year reaching out?
I'm
He's
gonna
making a universal law.
universal law. That
Hold
I
on, everyone. That is one of 100 slots we have. We should probably at least include everyone here.
Yeah, well, see, maybe, yeah.
Terrible idea if there's ever more people. Also, guys, I need to sleep.
We'll be ending in a couple minutes.
I'll modify it to just the 5 of us.
Count is to negate it entirely.
How much?
And he has to spend 5 to do that?
Yep.
Go, bitch.
I'll override it.
You go to 6.
Yep.
They go to 7.
I'll go to 8.
9.
Unless you're keeping count, James.
I mean,
You're
considering you have
every even after 5.
Okay.
Considering it's you have 340,000 total, it's not like you're gonna run out anytime soon. But yeah.
$150.
$151.
Including you all, there is 11 creatures.
Okay. Everyone here agree that we should each put 5,000 into annihilating everyone but the five of us?
I mean, the 11 creatures together, we have 5 around here, so there's 6 more. There's 4 of us. There's the Fae, and there is 6 more. 4 of us. There's the Fae, and there is 6 more. They can counter us.
They nod.
Before the world fell apart?
After. In the collapse itself. It wasn't a spontaneous end. They are within 4 primordial items. Primordial objects.
What's they do?
Each one is a housing for them. A container. One of them is an artificial creature made by the mortals of this world. It is a swarm of energy and matter merged together to make a flexible, a creature that can take on almost any shape and form, but its nature is always. But that
Who is he?
requires
Why?
you all to be collective.
Who is he? Why would he oppose us?
They hide from many. They did not have a good experience while in this world. And as such, when it was falling, they used the opportunity to put them in those at the time. But it's not as simple as seeking him out is going to spark the fear within him. I'm sure what you just did, to some extent, just did that to him as well. But the more fearful he becomes, which one he is, you're able to tell that. You can tell which ones are in the prisons, but which one he is, you're able to tell that. You can tell which ones are in the prisons because they have a steady pulse while everyone else's is flickering.
Okay. So Zeroth would just needs to be left alone. What about this construct?
I know very little of it. Before now I was not even capable of communicating with it, so I stayed away. It is... Of course, now you have a collective that could destroy it.
It sounds like, well, Zeroth is ruled by fear, and if we ever make contact, then we should do our best to assuage that fear.
He will let you do as you wish, but if you do something that threatens him, I think he will lash out with all the force he can. dead.
Well,
This is a grave. Dead. This is a grave. A tomb of memories. It is
Well,
good
we
that the
have an
balance has
opportunity.
been broken.
Well, we have an opportunity to build a new one.
You said you were Fae. You said you were Fae.
Yes, I was.
Did
That tongue. That tongue.
Oh, it's.
interesting.
I'll try ancient Phelan instead.
I make out some of those words, but not all.
That's interesting. Huh. It seems that your Fae and the Fae of our world might have a common descent. The shadow that consumes all light.
I see.
So we came here in the hopes that perhaps we can prepare a new world that may be a much more peaceful world than the one we came from.
Something you shall learn in quickness is we can overcome laws with our power. Even temporarily suppressing them from affecting ourselves.
That we can.
I'm not sure what the threshold is and if this creature meets that. I
Anyway,
promise I'm not holding anything back, I just don't have much expertise in this.
well, we
Before you got here, there
thankful
was
for your
no
help.
time. There was the moment, the long moment.
Yeah, there was the three of you. You have this power.
Is that reason why there is still some universal laws still intact when we came here? Were they laws that you agreed upon in a
No,
rare
those were
moment?
the last ones we could save.
But it was still a choice between the three of you to actually keep them from being destroyed.
What would you personally want?
I have a
You've been
small
friendly to
demi-realm.
us.
I just wish that it is left intact. I will not extend beyond it.
Would we oppose something like that? Would we oppose something like that? I think that's
Oh.
quite fair.
I would agree.
Sorry, my internet cut out there for just a second. What world is it she's talking about that would be untouched by anyone but her and her kind?
Her demi-plane.
Uh,
The place she's been hiding for all of this time.
Her kind?
Her demi-plane. The place she's been hiding for all of this time.
all right. I'm not sure how I would go about it, seeing as I don't.
Thank you. We can do this after you've shaped your world a little more. I do not want to potentially cost you power that you might need.
Okay.
But that is where we can investigate.